Hello, brothers and sisters. I was reading my Bible recently, and I read the story of Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. And there was a couple verses in this chapter that stuck out to me, so I wanted to share them with you. And I'm in John chapter 11, and I'm going to start from the first verse. It says, "Now a man named Lazarus was sick. He was from Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. This Mary, whose brother Lazarus now lay sick, was the same one who poured perfume on the Lord and wiped his feet with their hair. So the sisters sent word to Jesus, 'Lord, the one you love is sick.' When he heard this, Jesus said, 'The sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it.' Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. So when he heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed where he was 2 more days, and then he said to his disciples, 'Let us go back to Judea.' 'But Rabbi,' they said, 'a short while ago the Jews tried to stone you, and yet you are going back.' Jesus answered, 'Are there not 12 hours of daylight? Anyone who walks in the daytime will not stumble, for they see by this world's light. It is when a person walks at night that they stumble, for they have no light.'" And there's two things that stuck out to me in those first 10 verses. The first thing that stuck out to me is that when the disciples told Jesus, "Hey, the last time we were in Judea, the Jews tried to stone us. Are you sure you want to go back there?" And Jesus said that he wanted to go back there because he knew that there was a moment that he could glorify God the Father and glorify the Son in his actions of healing Lazarus. So he put aside his own desires and focused on doing God's will. And that stuck out to me because I realized in my own life that that's something that I need to do more, that I have to focus on trying to do what God wants me to do and walking more towards making my actions glorify God, because it's better to walk with God than walk against God. And that's where the second part that stuck out to me, when Jesus said that when you walk in light, you don't stumble. Now, if you take that with what Jesus said in John chapter 8, Jesus says that I am the light of the world. So what Jesus is really saying here is that when you're walking in alignment with God, you have those moments where you don't stumble because you are reading your word, because you're praying, you're able to fight it back against the temptations of this world. But when you have those moments when you're not reading your word, when you're not praying, when you're not in community, there's going to be attacks from the enemy. There's going to be those moments where you get tempted. And because you're not in your word, you're not walking with God, you're going to have those moments where you slip and you stumble. Thankfully, God is gracious and loving, and he'll pick you up. But to prevent yourself from stumbling, prevent yourself from being tempted, stay in the word, stay in the light, and the darkness has no power over you. That was something I read. I thought it was interesting. I hope it helped you guys. Thank you for listening.